Welcome back to another segment of the MCR. Mac is to my left. My name is TJ. It's been a while since we've done any kind of a group get-together thing here, so here we go. About a week ago, a little over a week ago, had that horrible shooting in Buffalo, New York. And as I was talking to Mac about this incident, things just keep creeping out about this whole incident. When it first went down, it was like they immediately wanted to blame Tucker Carlson and Fox News. And I'm trying to figure out, could the hatred of Tucker Carlson be that great for them to so immediately jump on that bandwagon?
Well, it goes to the never let a crisis go wasted.
Yeah, but Tucker Carlson, must really hate this guy.
They do, because he's not going to play their game, and he's going to, not...
I mean, out of all the personalities, he was the one they decided to center on.
Well, he's got the hot numbers. I mean, yeah. Sean Hannity is slipping and falling.
And Sean Hannity is Sean Hannity, we'll say.
Yeah. He's not as relevant as Tucker Carlson.
Exactly.
He's their number one guy, so that's who they're going after.
Yeah. But in any event, as things kept playing out, I guess the shooter had like 120 something page manifesto where he expressed white views. The guy was a racist.
Yeah, I was going to say, not my views.
And he even took some swipes at Fox News, and I think that's why they were, we're going to have to drop this whole Fox News thing. He took some swipes at Fox News. I mean, so the guy was just you think of him as an independent nut.
Oh, he's a nut. Who writes 120 pages of that unless you're writing a book or something?
And he actually had some followers on one of those social media sites. I forget which one he was on, but anyway, as the left just wasn't going to let this issue die.
Well, they want to make it about banning guns.
So we're going to go to MSNBC. They're having a panel talking about how horrible this is.
No argument. It's horrible.
And Carl Cameron, do you remember Carl Cameron from Fox News?
Somewhat.
I'll tell you right now, he camouflaged his beliefs doggone good when he was on Fox News, because what he said on MSNBC is going to blow you away.
They say whatever the people paying them say, and that so when they're on, look at Chris Wallace. That's an example.
Well, Carl Cameron on this MSNBC panel, and I've got the quote here. So what I have here is a quote from Carl Cameron as he appeared on an MSNBC panel. And I got to tell you, I think a whole lot of people were shocked that he said this. He goes, we got to watch out because the Republicans have become the purveyors of misinformation. And then he would later on go on to say that it's time to actually start doing things and maybe taking some names and putting people in jail. That's what Carl Cameron...
First off, what's the disinformation? Have you noticed they never say? They never tell you what the different... They're the purveyors of disinformation.
A lot of people were shocked that Carl Cameron could stoop this low. Well, I think a lot of people were willing to give him the benefit of the doubt. Okay, he went on to another job where he felt more comfortable. But for him to get on MSNBC TV and say they need to start taking people's names and putting people in jail, I think that's what shocked a lot of people.
Is he referring to people like us, or is he referring to people
like Tucker Carlson? I think he was talking about Tucker Carlson initially.
No, it's probably a personal thing. Jealousy.
There could be some of that too, but yeah. I think that statement alone, and then because I heard it on multiple talk shows. Okay, it wasn't just one. I heard about that on multiple talk shows, and one of them said, and the panel just went along. Oh yeah, you're right. We need to start putting people in jail. I mean, just this blase.
Let's just skip the whole trial process, right?
I think that just seemed to get a whole lot of people's attention. How it was put out there and agreed to so casually, so nonchalantly. So yeah, that's a good idea. We need to start doing that type of way.
Yeah.
And well, this is you could point to this and say this is where it begins.
Well, I'll tell you, his sorry ass isn't coming for you and I. He'll send someone else to do his authoritarian, totalitarian, dirty work.
So, and one last thing about this shooting, and I kind of looked this up because I half expected this to happen. Some of the surviving victims' family members, they're going to sue Remington because Remington is the owner. The bad guy used a Bushmaster AR.
Well, then I'm sorry their loved one got killed, but they're just money grabbing.
Some years ago, I guess Remington bought out Bushmaster, and the bad guy, this nut, used a Bushmaster AR, and when I slightly off topic, but along the same line here, why don't we just sue the manufacturers when you got a drunk driver that kills someone on the road? Is there any difference?
Is Budweiser responsible for you drinking too much? Is General Motors or Toyota or whomever responsible for what you do with their product?
You know what? Sue the city because the curve was too curvy or something. This insanity has no.
Well, the idea that the money is going to help you is ridiculous. There's no amount of money that's worth my family.
Anyways, I just these are just some of the things, thoughts, and observations that came to my mind. It's a horrible thing that happened.
Do you know? And I'm supposed maybe you do, maybe you don't. But I suppose that Buffalo is run by Democrats.
Oh, it's a Democrat.
Okay, well then why don't they sue the Democrats for the no gun zone they were in?
In fact, they part of one of the news reports was he specifically went there because of that.
What, that was a no-gun zone?
Well, he
wanted to
go to a Democrat-controlled area to do this. I
remember when that guy went and shot up a bunch of Republicans, and they just wanted to forget about it.
Yeah.
They weren't even blaming Bushmaster then. But Remington or whomever.
One final thought. I was listening to Sebastian Gorka, of all things, just, I want to say, a couple days ago, and Sebastian Gorka was talking about this. Sebastian Gorka said I guess there is some video of the guy carrying this out, and Sebastian Gorka said it was horrible for him to watch, to the point that I guess one of the victims was on the ground and he walked up to and assassinated.
Right.
Murdering murder is murder, but this particular woman was basically murdered in an assassination type style.
Slaughter a farm animal.
And Sebastian Gorka, he kind of made a comment and then he had to qualify it a little bit. But he goes, if you're not legally carrying a gun, you're wrong. That's what. And then he says, provided you're trained. That's what It was almost like it came out. Then he realized what he said and said, provided you're trained.
Well, it's in your interest to be trained.
But it's just it's horrible. And that's all I got on this topic. Unless you have any final thoughts.
Well, this could be hours long, so we'll leave it there.
So that's all we got for this one, and sympathy goes out to the victims' families. I guess you know what? I guess I'm qualified to comment on it since I was a victim of a violent crime.
Yeah.
So that qualifies me to empathize.
Why did that gun shoot you?
So
what did you ever do to that gun?
So, anyways, thanks everyone. We'll catch you in the next segment. As always, be safe, watch your six, and don't tread on me.